Tonight, there is new hope in the battle against Ebola.
There really is. As Fox's Jonathan Seri shows us, not only is there now a breakthrough in the future treatment of the virus, but the 2 Americans fighting Ebola in Atlanta are getting better.
The Ebola outbreak has claimed at least 932 lives in West Africa, according to new numbers today from the World Health Organization. The virus has no FDA-approved treatment or vaccine, but researchers at Auburn University have developed a compound that appears to restore the immune response in animal cells exposed to Ebola and other immune-blocking viruses.
In the future, and what we learn from how viruses turn off the immune system is going to open up these other 10 or 12 categories of viruses. There may be leads there.
Still in testing, the Auburn treatment won't be ready for current Ebola patients, but may offer hope in future outbreaks. Meanwhile, another experimental drug developed by a California pharmaceutical company is already making headlines for its use in treating 2 American missionaries who contracted Ebola while serving in Liberia. ZMapp uses components from 3 different antibodies grown in tobacco plants.
We call them monoclonal antibodies, and they work in 3 different ways. One binds the top of the virus and alerts the immune system to the presence of the foreign invader so that the virus or an infected cell can be destroyed. 2 others bind to a different part of the viral surface molecule, and they do what we call is neutralize the virus. They block the infection.
President Obama, attending the U.S.-Africa Leaders Summit, addressed the outbreak in a late afternoon news conference.
Despite, obviously, the extraordinary pain and hardship of the families and persons who've been affected, and despite the fact that we have to take this very seriously, it is important to remind ourselves this is not an airborne disease. This is one that can be controlled and contained very effectively if we use the right protocols.
Those American missionaries, Dr. Kent Brantley and Nurse Nancy Wrightball, are being treated in a special isolation unit at Emory University here in Atlanta. Their conditions are said to be improving, but medical experts say it's too early to tell whether ZMapp is responsible for their apparent recoveries. In Atlanta, Jonathan Seri, Fox News.
Now, this outbreak is also leading to some changes at airports around the country. The U.S. Centers for Disease Control in Atlanta is now monitoring passengers who are flying into this country on international flights. Summit Medical Center out near the Nashville International Airport has doctors that actually train for quarantine situations just like this.
The emergency department has a state-of-the-art decontamination on site here. We have a full-time RN who manages preparedness and things like this. And we meet every month, every other month about the newest things that are out there and how to best protect ourselves and our patients.
The Ebola virus has a 90% mortality rate.